In this video, I'm going to show you how to do your phone line testing for your Fenwal model Fenwalnet 8000 fire alarm panel. So you have our diagram or unit information here. So we got our Fenwal fire panel. That's the model Fenwalnet 8000-ML. So on your board here you have your phone lines here, kind of in the lower left of the panel here if I zoom out. So this area here, you have your phone line 1 and phone line 2. So what we're going to do is we're going to disconnect one phone line, and we should get a trouble within 4 minutes to the fire alarm panel. And when we receive that trouble, then we will verify on monitoring that a trouble came in, and it'll come over the second phone line, which is phone line 2. So when phone line 1 is disconnected, the trouble comes in and it sends out over phone line 2. And then once we verify that signal, that phone line 1 reported over phone line 2, we'll plug phone line 1 back in, let it clear the signal, and then we'll repeat the exact same process for phone line 2. So we'll disconnect phone line 2, wait for a trouble signal to come in, and then when it does come in, it's going to report out over phone line 1. And once we verified over phone line 1 that the signal reported out, we plug back in phone line 2. So we're only going to do one phone for this test because it's a long test. Don't need to do the exact same thing twice. So I'm going to disconnect phone line 1. Before I do so, just take note, fire alarm panel has 2 troubles existing. This is for our battery trouble. We're just doing testing. So this is part of our normal test. So we're just going to ignore that. We're just going to do the phone line test. So we're going to pull out our phone line, and we're going to begin timing. So again, it should be coming in within 4 minutes. You should see a pardon me, a trouble signal come in, and then again we will verify that trouble signal over phone line 2 when it goes into monitoring. So during this time, if you wanted to continue testing, if you wanted to do anything else, that's fine. You could send horn strobe or send smokes, heats, pulls, test your horn strobe circuit, riser system, whatever, because we still have phone line 2 hooked in, so it's still going to report out all your signals to make sure that everything's working. So you don't have to necessarily just do nothing for this test, but just for this video I'm just going to do this one phone line. And again, once I verify over phone line 2 that this trouble signal came in, that phone line 1 is disconnected, then I could plug in back phone line 1. And your transmission should be within 90 seconds for phone line signal to come in. So at any point in time you could continue just with other parts of your testing. This is one of the more tedious tests. Just have to sit here and wait. You could do your battery testing, you could do your voltage testing, you could do your disconnect testing, you could test anything you need in the building, work on your report, you could fill your time out accordingly, however you need. Typically when I do this, I usually do something else as well. So, line fault. There's our trouble. DACT fault. Alright, so we have our battery. Alright, DACT line fault on. FACP, right? So, that is our trouble. So within 90 seconds of that, it should come in. So that was about 2 minutes and 15 seconds that came in. So now I would be checking monitoring. I'm not going to show the monitoring process because that has client information on it. But basically within 90 seconds of that trouble signal that just came to the panel over phone line 2, that signal should report in. So once I verify on monitoring that that signal came in, Then I plug back in the phone line. I don't plug it in until I verify that that signal came in. So now I have my 3 troubles that are on there. So I'm going to just pretend for the sake of this video that I've already checked the signal and it's come in. So now I'm going to reset my timer. I'm going to plug the phone back in. And we're going to just see how long it takes to clear. So we're at 3 troubles. When it clears, like I said, then you will repeat the process for phone line 2. You'll get a restoral signal also on monitoring after that phone line clears on the fire panel. That's usually after that is when you want to continue the test to make sure that the other phone line works. But like I said, for this video, I'm just going to do one phone line. It's just repetitive to do the exact same test twice. But for your test, you will test both phone lines to make sure that they both go into trouble, they both report out, and they both restore. Okay, so we just had our number go down to 2, from 3 to 2, so I just have my battery troubles, and that's it. So my phone signal has cleared. So that completes our test. So this is how you do the phone line testing. Again, for the Fenwal brand, the model is Fenwalnet 8000 fire alarm panel.